Hello, Internet family. Coming up, things get hairy at a beauty store opening. Plus, the SS United States is closer to artificial reef status, and a Santa Rosa County teacher officially terminated. We have those stories and more coming up. It's time for News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hey there, everybody. Thank you for joining us for News 5 Now. I'm Akivia McFarland. You know the drill. We do this every day at 5:30. We talk about the big stories that we're following for you right now. We see your answers to our question of the day, and we also get into how you guys voted for that Facebook poll too. So let's go ahead and jump right in with the big stories that we're following for you right now, beginning with number 5. Certainly not the summer vacation a passenger on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship asked for, as one of the ship's water slides broke. Cruise line reps say the adult passenger didn't fall through the hole now. Now, video shows water flowing from the side on the Icon of the Seas as people yell and panic, some even shouting, "Stop the slide." The ship is headed to the Bahamas after leaving Florida last week. The water slide is closed for the remainder of the voyage. Number 4. A man vacationing on the Florida Panhandle is the 5th person to die this year in the state after contracting flesh-eating bacteria. Health officials say the 78-year-old man was vacationing with his family last week on St. George Island when he got sick. They believe he contracted the flesh-eating bacteria through a cut on his leg while he was fishing on the bay side of the island. He underwent 5 surgeries, including 2 amputations, but he passed away on Sunday. For everyone who's going to be out in the water this summer, please be extra careful if you have any abrasions or openings on your skin. Number 3, a Gulf Breeze teacher arrested, accused of having a sexual relationship with a student, has been fired. The Santa Rosa County School Board voted to terminate Molly Mercero effective immediately. The 36-year-old was a hospitality teacher at Gulf Breeze High School. She will be back in court in 2 weeks for an arraignment. Number 2. The iconic red smoke stacks on the SS United States are now gone. This is video of America's flagship docked in Mobile, and you can see they have been removed. Crews lifted the rear funnel this afternoon, several days after taking off the one in the front of the last surviving ocean liner in the U.S. People following the ship's voyage have been downtown at the waterfront watching crews dismantle the SS-US. And number 1, police had to be called to keep customers in line, literally and figuratively, for a big grand opening giveaway. Hundreds of people lined up as early as 10 o'clock last night to be the first people inside a new hair store in Mobile when things got a little hairy. Customers went into a bit of a frenzy to get a free bundle of human hair. No arrests were made and no injuries related to the line were reported, but officers were handing out parking tickets as they straightened the situation out. So those are the big stories that we're following for you right now. And now it's time to go ahead and zoom on over into that question of the day. And we want to know, what is the longest you've waited at an airport for a delayed flight? Now, this is a very triggering topic for many people. If you are a frequent flyer, those delays can be very, very frustrating. I know that very personally. So let's go ahead and jump in and see how all of you are answering this question. Starting at the top, Belinda Bowden says, I've never had any issues flying out of Mobile. Now, Denver and Miami, a different story, and I can imagine that. All right, Beck Parton says in Mobile, they told me to come back the next day. And Jonathan Clark, he looks like he has a long story there. If you want to read Jonathan's long story, come on over to this question on our question of the day. We're going to keep on going. Let's see. Brandon Baker says 2 hours, first time flying. I learned after that it wasn't bad. 2 hours really isn't that bad compared to what some people deal with. One time I was flying and my layover was 8 hours. That's my personal horror story. I never, ever, ever want to do that again. All right, let's keep on going. Suzanne Jones says Atlanta, over 24 hours, Delta crew on strike. Yikes on that one. All right, let's keep on going. 11 hours in Charlotte's airport last year trying to get back to Mobile. That's from Walter Eaton. Yeah, I've heard some horror stories coming out of Charlotte too. Lots happening at that particular airport. All right, let's keep on going. I see some people saying 2 days. Ooh, 48 hours, my heavens. Now that's terrible. I'd lose it. I'd completely lose my marbles, y'all. All right. Freddie Wheeler asks, are we talking about Mobile or any airport? Any airport. We want to hear any airport. Doesn't matter how long were you sitting there waiting to get home or to your destination. We're seeing a lot of big numbers here under this particular question, y'all. 35 hours in Atlanta from Stephen F. there. So, guys, if you want to see more of these answers coming over to this bright green, very pretty, very lime question of the day, come on over, check that out, and see what more of your neighbors have to say about that particular question. So thank you guys for participating in that. But now it's time to go on over into that poll, that Facebook poll. Check it out, y'all. I was today years old when I learned that The Office has a new spinoff called The Paper. We want to know, are you going to watch The Paper? Well, 12% of you say yes, and 88% of you say nah. No, we're not going to watch The Paper. We love The Office too much to be disloyal and watch The Paper. Y'all, I didn't even know there was a spinoff to The Office. I had no idea, but The Office is so good. If you haven't seen The Office, I'm going to take just a quick moment to say, go ahead and watch The Office. It's a wonderful, very well done, classic show. I think I'd have to be a part of that vast 88% that's just feeling too partial to The Office to even pretend to entertain the idea of watching The Paper. But I could always be wrong, guys. So if you're a part of that 12% and you say, hey, yeah, I'm going to watch The Paper and it's good stuff, come on back and let us know it's good stuff and tell us that we are missing out. So guys, thank you for participating in that Facebook poll. But now it's time to head on over to Facebook. Do that homework if you haven't already. Like our WKRG Facebook page. Show us some love. And go ahead and answer our next question of the day too. College football starts back this month. What team will you be rooting for? It's time to show our colors, ladies and gentlemen. And go ahead and vote in that next Facebook poll too. We want you to vote on this. Photos of the crime scene in the Idaho 4 murders are being released. Do you think crime scene photos should be released to the public? So go ahead and ponder on that as well. You have all weekend to answer these questions and come right back on Monday and we will read your answers and your results and see if your answer gets shared here on News 5 Now. So this is the thing about Fridays. You got all weekend to participate, guys. So now it's time to go ahead and get ready for our newscast. WKRG News 5 at 6 is about 15 minutes away. You do not want to miss what we have going on for you. More big stories to follow, of course, throughout the evening. So please make sure you are tuned in and you are sticking with us. Guys, as always, thank you so much for joining us for News 5 Now. It's always a pleasure to do this together on Fridays. I hope you have a great weekend.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.